Also don't like having it in my face, honestly. So let's get a bit of streaming in. Let me just test this just in case anyone shows up. Okay, good. Alright, let's start. The volume should be okay. Pretty sure it's alright. It doesn't seem to be capturing the window though. Huh. There we go. Yeah, it can be weird sometimes. You know how it is. So this is an interesting situation. I was just gonna do what I normally do. You know, again, these streams are pretty off key. You know, they're low key, they're off the cuff. They're not gonna be heavily theatricized or anything like that. But I also remember someone asking about the international team, the international tournaments and stuff. So I had considered doing something on a higher level, just to see if we could push through to get those tournaments going. But it's weird. It's tough to kind of just play it for the sake of that. I also spoke to Creo Team about it. I'd actually asked them what their thoughts are about it because ultimately, you know, we're helping them with development of the game. And they had mentioned that they really want feedback from players who are going through the entire process. Like they're doing stuff internally, so they're testing tournaments and national team coaching and all that jazz themselves. But they also kind of wanted us to go through the process and see how it feels, see if anything's broken, and you know, make suggestions and stuff like that. So I actually made this Premier League save with that in mind, but I think I'm probably just going to focus on my current save and just do what I've been doing. Because, you know, from their own admission, that'd be more useful to them. It depends. If enough people ask about it, I might push through and just do a national team focus in terms of testing. But I don't know. You know, it really depends on whether or not there's an audience for it. Otherwise, I'm just going to do what I normally do. You know, I find it work. You know, I enjoy this more when I'm just doing what I normally do, really. I can't do the whole YouTube spiel for very long, so I just don't really worry about it. And again, you know, we're starting from the bottom, working our way up, just seeing how everything feels in general. And it's important to test the coaching, the club level too. It's not always going to be national team level, if we're being completely honest. And I kind of want to test how it feels to go from region to region, country to country, and see how it changes your coaching strategy and whatnot. So I want to give that a try. So I'll continue doing this for now. If I go to my, let's see, to my job board, and I've kind of changed that I want to work in Belgium. And then it's nice that you have the maximum interest right there. Amateur League, middle of the table, based on my current prestige, which is 24. It's not very high yet. No, we just started. But these are the countries you have. I'm not sure if Creo Team actually looks at these. You know, I'm doing it for myself just to get it out there because I'm going to do it anyway. Why not? I wonder if the set of countries here is limited based on your reputation or based on your region. Because I'm assuming that all of these countries are fairly nearby. Although the Netherlands, I don't know. I'd have to look at a map. But this seems like a small list of countries. It feels like I should have more. So maybe this opens up later on, you know? It would also be nice. Again, I'm just going to kind of use it like a beta testing thing. So, you know, maybe the team will see it. They'll go ahead and toss feedback in there as well. Also remembering that these guys are busy for a multitude of reasons, beyond just being game devs. I'm not going to get into that, but they're based in Kiev. That's all I have to say about that. But, you know, they still work on this pretty consistently and put out updates and stuff. It's pretty impressive. I've heard developers complain about how hard it is, but I just roll my eyes now because you have guys like them making something like this for a niche market in their conditions, and they're consistent with it. The lights are still on, you know? Yeah, but let's get back to feedback. I'll try not to ramble too much. It would be nice to have the footballing culture show up in most of these instances. If not show up directly, maybe some way to bring them up. Because right now it doesn't really feel like you see them anywhere except on that one screen when you're choosing the countries for your campaign. And on the, what do you call it, on the formation screen, the opponent screen, the club management screen, all that jazz. But maybe that's the only place you need to see it. You know, also it's just an idea, it's not necessarily going to be correct. Yeah, but let's get this game going. Let's see. Again, I'm hiding the formation because this is something I really wanted. Once you've gotten familiar with this game, when you get to this screen, it's really easy to counter exactly what the AI is going to do. And that's like half the battle won right there. So I like the idea of hiding it. You only have minimal knowledge on the team. You know, depending on your scouting, you might have more knowledge on the players. If you really need to know what they're doing, you can spend glory. But generally, you're better off just looking at what they have, what they're fielding, and making a guess. So for example, this is pretty easy to figure out. They have 5 at the back. They have 2 in the middle. They have 3 at the front. The 3 at the front are CFs, so once you understand where CFs can play, you know exactly where they're going to field those players. The CMs are also central, so they're going to be in the center. And they have a lot of Ds, which can be anywhere. You know, this can literally be anything, so that's going to be a bit more difficult to figure out. But I like that. Let's see. The home team. My RM. And I'm just going to play. I'm going to talk about it occasionally, but I try to just keep it natural. So there's going to be some talking, but not a whole lot. I know engagement's a big thing on YouTube, but again, you know, I enjoy it more when I'm just playing for the sake of playing, not worried about all the extra stuff. It can get tiring trying to keep up with all of that, especially for someone like me. I tend to be more subdued in general. Let's see. We're gonna have to make a change here. I like mobility personally. So I'm actually gonna do something like this. I don't need the DM yet, and Rob needs to take a break anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and do, let's see, 25. He's a TF. Okay. They have a bunch of DFs down there. He has long pass. Long pass is always nice, but he's also kind of feeling it. I'm gonna go more aggressive, I think. Now the question is, who's gonna start us off though? That's the real question. I don't really need you yet, although they have CMs. Yeah, I'll leave him for now. Why not? Let's see. If he can keep the ball, I can get it into the box on the next turn. So I might try that. Also gonna give him a break as well. Kind of looking towards training up players now. What else do we have? Kinley's almost a CD. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and get this match started. Again, I'd really like to see a matchup screen here because if you're using this option, you're gonna do this every single time. And then it kind of adds to the presentation. You get like the matchup screen, you get to see all the players, and you get to see their stats, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, it's more work, and it is pretty easy for players to just do what I'm doing here, but it does seem like an extra click that they're going to do every single time. I don't know, maybe it's not a huge deal. It does seem pretty, what's the word? Inefficient in terms of, user actions, though. Alright, so they're playing a flat 5. That's not a bad formation. You know, it's really only susceptible to nutmeg. That's really the only thing wrong with this formation. And then there are ways around it. You can put like a single CD somewhere, maybe like on the side or something. Generally, the best place to put a CD is on the side of the nutmeg player. You want them to nutmeg out of these 2 squares. If you have like fullbacks, then the nutmeg's significantly harder to pull off. It's really susceptible to nutmegs down the middle, though. But the nice thing about this formation is it basically cuts off everything else. You know, there's no long pass or anything like that. If it's head play, they have to go over there. You know, if they have like if they have wing forward, you can just move these guys out by 1. So I really like it. That's generally how I play it nowadays. It's not meta, but meta's really shows a lack of imagination more than more than it shows efficiency. In all honesty, let's see. Let's actually play it out. So I'm using Scotland, planning ahead bonus is pretty nice. They're also playing a flat 5 though, so they kind of eliminated that my possibility to just go into the box with this guy and pass it. So I'm gonna have to do something else. Let's see what we're gonna do here. I might have to delay because they also have a lot of DFs. So again, if we go back to the screen, shooting through these guys is going to be almost impossible because these guys are going to stack their defense, so they're going to get something greater than even my precision shot can beat. I'm going to have to be clever about it. Question is, what am I going to do? Now, do I play for a free kick? I could. I could play for a free kick with him. Oh, they have a CM. The CM is gonna kill that control. I'd play for a free kick and try. I'd play for a free kick and try to set up a better attack. We did manage to keep the ball though. That's still good. He's out of position. Let's see. He has 75 passing though because of the Scottish bonus. So he's actually getting 180 initially. 100 plus 180% because he's a CM as well. So that would give him, apparently would give him 90 because he's also losing 15 from pressing. You can see he started from 32, so he already has like first league quality passing right here, starting from 32, which is why I can focus on control instead, so we can actually keep the ball. Now this might be a better chance. Let's see, they have a DF, 2 DFs, but I don't think it's really gonna matter. Because it's that, minus 50, but it's versus 75, so it's still relevant. We get it through. And now I think it's really just him. No, they're still doing that, huh? I mean, there are options. I could try to take him out of the play. That's gonna be 15, 45%, 45, so they add up, and it's gonna be more than my precision shot. No, I could do this just to get a better shot on goal. And then I can try that. Maybe that. I don't think it's going to change, is it? 37. I could also move all the way over here and hold the ball, I guess. I could just hold it here. Let's see, that's going to be... How much is that going to be, though? 42. Most people would just take the shot, honestly. But I'm trying to get a high-quality shot. Yeah. Generally, the key to this game isn't just shooting when you have the chance, it's also understanding the likelihood of a failure and trying to mitigate that as much as possible. So like even if you're only getting like 3 shots a game, if those 3 shots are high quality shots, it's not really a problem at all, which is why I did that instead of shoot a while ago. Because also now that I've done that, he can actually get into the box if I do it properly. So I can do something like the CF maybe, since we're at the front. So maybe I'll do the CF. They don't have a CD. And then I can do him. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do him here just to close it out. And I could take the shot. That's now a huge shot. That's 54, but they have 78 in the middle. That's plus 80%. It's the range penalty. If it was an AM, it would be plus 90%. But that's still pretty good. And I just have to beat the wall, but then they have a wall. I could also make the choice to give it to him and then rainbow feint into the box as well. So I have some options. I'm also getting a shot directly through a single defender this time instead of having them added up. So it's really up to me now. Also, the nice thing about having the wall is the fact that they can't hold the ball immediately if I miss. So I can precision shot and it will bounce off. There are just so many checks I need to pass here. I need to beat him 6 versus 4. And then I'd need to beat him, which is probably going to be 5 versus 5 or like a shot. So I'll take the shot. That's all right. And then I still get the ball again. And he gets a little bit of a boost to control. Yeah, but now he's going to have an issue keeping it. Oh, well, unless that happens. he got injured. That happens. That's a big part of it as well. We do have subs. Not a huge deal. Let's go ahead and do, let's see. That's always going to be a risk of a possession-heavy game, but, you know, you have to prep for it. And now that's 2 yellow cards early in the game, too. That's a huge loss, actually. That's actually a massive loss, if you really think about it. Because it's so early in the game to lose a player. They're now down 1 man. Everybody has reduced attributes because of that. Minus 15% across the board. Yeah, that's going to be tough to come back from. Let's go ahead and let's see. It'd be 5, I think. It's the wall. 5. We're going to go ahead and go for head play now. We're going to use him. And, probably going to move him there just in case they defend against this. So you see we have them under pressure. That would have been great, but they're just going to move back into position. Let's see what we got. And we managed to score. That's great. That's good stuff. Yes, that was a prolonged attack. I also drained their stamina considerably, which is going to matter later on, because as they get tired, they're going to be less effective. You can also see they've changed their formation, which works in my favor. Funny enough, because they've gone to the classic T formation, which means that, you know, I can now go into the box and I don't have to worry about offside traps or anything. So just that one sequence at the start gave me a huge advantage for the rest of the game. And it's like low level. It's what, the 3rd league, but I mean this stuff still matters because this is stuff you can do in the higher leagues as well. Let's see what we're gonna do. Now I can hold the ball again. I can also just take the shot. I'm actually going to see if I can get another direct free kick here for the same reason. 44 is pretty good. It's very good, actually. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of fouls, though. That's the nice thing about holding, though. Holding does reduce the chance of an injury, at least. Like, obviously, as they get more and more tired, they're going to be more likely to get injured, but, yeah, it is still a thing. I also mentioned to Kaz, I think he knows about it, I mentioned the fact that if you're holding the ball with Scotland and you get fouled, you don't get the bonus for the free kick. So they might actually make an update to that in the future, where once you hold the ball, you get the bonus until the end of your next turn. That way it's not completely wasted in situations like this. But ultimately, it's not the end of the world. Let's see. And I'm still set up for this attack, regardless. I'm just going to see if I can get it straight through here. So assuming I can get it through, that's going to be a high quality shot on goal. We got it through. And then, you know, I can pretty much do whatever I want here. I can go for a precision shot, which is a better chance than the power shot. But if the power shot fails, I have a chance to get another attack on goal again. It's also pretty close to his defense, so I'm going to do that. And it scores. I generally prefer power shots in one-on-one situations, just because once you're in that situation, it's always in your favor. It doesn't matter what defense a keeper has. You know, he has to make a roll, and it's always if he fails or ties, then you score a goal. I'll do a precision shot if I'm shooting through a defender, just because there's another check to make, as opposed to the one-on-one attempt. All right, so that's pretty good so far. I think now we can start playing more defensively. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring McRob in. I'm gonna go ahead and start what's the word? Start playing some of my other guys here. I'm probably gonna remove Richie as well and get another guy in there, the forward. Probably McPhee. McPhee might be a good idea. I also want to hold off just in case I need another important sub. You also have 5 substitutions now, which is a standard rule, FIFA rule, I think, in real world football. That's a thing in this game as well. I'm going to be a bit more defensive now, which is the obvious play. Going to do the DFDM combo for better interception numbers. And now we're just gonna kind of play possession-based football, honestly. There's not a whole lot they can do to stop me. We're also trying to set up for additional goals. We're gonna move into the box and whatnot. You know, they gave us that option, so we're absolutely gonna take it. The AI is clever though. Like right now, they just took that option away because they realized I was going for it. But then what happened is they took the option away, but then they reconsidered because they have DFs. Because like they'll try to trap you into making a certain move. So for example, you know, this guy kind of left that spot open. If I tried to pass through it, I'd be competing with these two guys. They'd be boosting their interception numbers because they're both adjacent. You know, so initially they wanted to cut off the what do you call it? They wanted to cut off the pass into the box, but they changed their mind. He also has long pass though, everybody's favorite move, really. I'm gonna go ahead and set up here. Let's see. I don't think that's gonna work. I might just send it into the box just to make them work at it, honestly. Make them win the ball back here. That might not be a bad call. I could also wait. I tend to like setting up the board. I don't like trying to brute force things. Normally, if you have to brute force with a skill or something, you know, you messed up somewhere. Or you're trying to do like a quick 1-2 punch or something. Easy enough to win the ball from him. Like now's a good time to do it, you know? Even if it's level 1, it's guaranteed to succeed. You know, so again, you know, I spoke about draining their stamina earlier. Now you can see it's coming into play now. You know, they're forced to win the ball in the midfield. They kind of leave themselves open for guaranteed wins on skills. You know, you can prep for stuff like that. It's not always a risk or like a gamble. I will take the power shot because if it misses, we still get to go again. And now this game is basically over now. So we're just gonna get some guys in there, get them some experience really, and go on to the next game. And I'll probably do one more, maybe McPhee, now that we don't need to worry about scoring again. We're gonna put him here just so he's more likely to get experience, specialization points for getting involved. Yeah, so you can see how that initial play at the very beginning paid off for the entire game. Like once he got a red card with 28 minutes pass, that was pretty much it. That forced them to change their formation. When they changed their formation, it opened up a bunch of holes in their defense. Everybody got weaker. All that different stuff. You know, we did lose a guy for like 2 months, but that is the risk of playing that type of game. You know, I think it was worth it. A 3-0 win is actually huge. Absolutely don't mind that at all. We're gonna see if we can get some more here. I think I'm just gonna move away or just lob it, kick it long. Because he has Rainbow Feint, he's a potential risk. No, he still got it anyway. You're gonna shoot it? Yep, because the 2 CDs. Makes sense. He would have needed to take the risk of getting tackled. Yeah, but I definitely like the possession style of play. It's interesting because ultimately this is like a board game. You know, it's going to be important to set up the board in different ways. You know, if you've played chess, it's similar to that, where you're kind of setting up for plays in the future and stuff. It's not always like boom, 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 take that pawn, take that rook, trap that queen, whatever. Like one after the other. A lot of it's planning as well. Especially in a game like this, you know, you're kind of facing off against the AI, you're trying to bait them into doing different things. Get guys into foul trouble and whatnot. A solid game. And then 4 shots on goal is very good. I mean, I normally average like maybe 2 high-quality shots on goal. So I tend to have lower scoring games, but a lot of the time my shots are more likely to actually succeed. Instead of like trying to brute force it through multiple defenders or something just to get on the board. And that's just with the default time as well. You know, I'm playing with what is it, 48 actions or something, whatever the default is. I know I've read reviews and comments from people who say that the default time isn't enough. to get a highly competitive game in. I've never had that experience. You know, once you kind of understand how the game flow works, that's more than enough time. And then there's extra time and stuff like that too. Okay, McRitchie, let's see. You're older. He's 29. With these guys, I tend to go for fan favorite and stamina, just because they're less likely to get much out of these other two trees here. So maybe I would do this, just to get some more money. It's always nice to have plus 5% on the sponsor conditions. Like, if I was gonna fill out that tree, I'd want him to be younger. That way I'd be maximizing my return on a sale. Yeah, it's still early days, it's still pretty low level, but home victory, match, goal difference. And then what place were they? They were like at the bottom of the table, really. That's understandable. We're also in second place. It's just like the third or fourth game of the season, but and that's not even our goal in terms of the coach job. Our goal is to, let's see, develop the club. So this is a new goal that's gonna be specific to this game. Let's see. Yeah, let me talk about this. This is a new goal. Basically, it's more of a relaxed goal. It's basically telling you to do whatever you want. So generally, when there are demands, it will be like win this cup, or don't place below this ranking, or don't get relegated, or get promoted in X years. That's the standard stuff. This is a new one where it's basically just make our club better. So, you know, you can pretty much do whatever you want, you'll be rewarded. So upgrade the infrastructure, new personnel, you know, get a youth player in the starting lineup, a promising footballer, field a promising footballer, stuff like that. And then you get points for every part of this you engage with. So it's a little bit different. If your focus is mainly on reputation, I can see how you might fail this. So for example, I only care about buying like more experienced footballers who can potentially get me like cup wins or something that can boost up my reputation. Maybe if I'm not upgrading the club in that sense, I could fail. But it does seem pretty easy. I'd be surprised if most people can't do this in their first attempt, honestly. For example, it says hire new personnel. Let's see. That's basically just hiring coaches, honestly. Let's see what I'm gonna spend it on. I do like scouts for sure. I don't know though. I'd rather put it towards coaches, in all honesty. I'm being more aggressive. Also, the defender coach isn't very good. There's a funny story about this. There's a reason why the defender coach is so bad. A long time ago, well, not that long ago, I don't want to feel that old, but a long time ago, people used to play formations where they'd literally just stack the box with defenders, and then they would max this out, which means they'd be getting a lot of experience for basically doing nothing with their defenders. Because generally, you don't want your defenders to be active players. You want them to sit there, block shots, tackle the attackers, and all that stuff. So they would put like 5-6 defenders back there. They would max this out to get like a 200% experience midway or something. And then they would have ridiculous defender that the AI could just never shoot through because they're just boosted beyond belief. So this got nerfed for obvious reasons. You know, the devs never intended it to be such a defensively minded game. You know, obviously you can do that if you want to do it, but ultimately there should be a trade-off. So, you know, that happened. So now it's like it's less drastic. That's why I can have like 70% or 40% after 2 with midfielders, but I can have like maybe 20% after 2 with this guy. It goes up by 10 for defenders. It goes up by 20 for pretty much everything else, except the goalkeeper, which is kind of hard to develop anyway. So that goes up by 30. So that's why it's so bad for defenders. I usually ignore this because honestly, I don't want my defenders getting involved that often anyway. If my defenders are constantly involved outside of like one or two shots, they're the problem. I'm having an issue somewhere on the field. But then I tend to be more aggressive minded anyway. I think most people do like a high defense, and then maybe they get the ball to like a DM or something and rely on long pass or some foolishness like that. So your mileage will vary, I'm sure. I tend to do a lot of midfielders though, just because the midfield is so it's so versatile. You can do so many things there. So I tend to focus on the midfield. So you see I got +5 for hiring new personnel. It is more of a long-term goal though, because upgrading the club can be difficult. Let's see, so I have some injured players. I also have some contracts that are about to end. It's not the transfer window yet, is it? Huh, I guess it is. Okay, sure. Ooh, he's too old though. I can't fill that right now. None of these players are particularly good. Like, this guy is solid, but he's also expensive, which is a given. He's actually not bad at all. He's also really good, but yeah. And it's relative. If you've been playing a lot of Premier League games, all of these players are trash, but it is for the level that we're at. I also don't think I really need anybody right now anyway. I have a solid reserve squad. Yeah, we're okay for now. We are okay for now. What's up? Promising young footballer who is unable to break into the first team. I wonder. If I accept a footballer on loan and he fulfilled that criteria, do I get the points for it? That's an interesting idea. I have a good, if I'm seen as a good feeder team for higher level teams or other teams, does that fulfill the criteria of acquiring a promising footballer and fielding him and putting him in the lineup? That's a good question actually. I might have to ask Cause about that one. I'm actually gonna do that right now because Cause is in Ukraine. He has his own stuff going on over there. Crazy that it's over 2 years and that thing's still going on, huh? But that's how it usually is. Unless something drastic happens on the world stage, that stuff normally prolonged. The aggressor never really wants to admit fault. But yeah, we're not talking politics here. Let's see. Yeah, that's an interesting thing though. He tends to get it. He gets a chance to look at these things every now and then. He's been way more what's the word? Reliable in terms of addressing feedback and potential issues and bugs than most other indie devs I've seen. That hasn't changed in like the 6 or 7 years I've been following this game. And it feels like it's because Creo team's a cohesive team. It's not just one guy who has like no experience in the industry and trying to get his bearings. These are guys who were in the industry before they actually went off and made their own thing. Which is generally how you should do anything, I think. I feel like doing stuff with no experience and kind of banking your future on it is foolish, but you have to start somewhere, so it goes kind of both ways. But I'm gonna pass this off to him because that's an interesting question. Because from a design perspective, I can talk design because I do it as a living. For like 15 plus years now. It's not video games, but it's the same. It's a similar space with similar thought patterns. But from a design perspective, you could go either way with this. Because on the surface you would think it's only players you actually own, right? So you have to get them through a trade or the transfer market or the youth academy or something. But at the same time, it could be, it could encourage you to engage with the loan mechanics a bit more than you normally would. Maybe you're saving glory specifically to get a prospect from another club, and then maybe you're using that to fulfill these conditions. Because it's still kind of building up the club. As those prospects are played and they do well, other teams will kind of want to give you more and more loans. a lot of the time they'll give you repeat loans on the same player. I've gotten offers where it's like the first year around they're like, can you train this player for me? You know, he's having a problem breaking into the first league or breaking into the first team. And then I've used him a lot. And then they're like, man, you did really well with him. Can you take him again? So it's almost like you get him, you get a repeat. So it's almost like you own the player at that point. You know, you get him for 6 months, and then you did a really good job with him. You spent a lot of resources leveling him up and stuff, and then you get to use him again. And I think I've gotten it 3 times in a row actually. And then they just said, okay, forget it. We want to keep him now because he's so good. That's almost like that's a calendar year and a half. That's a lot of time. I don't know. From a design perspective, it could go either way, honestly. But I'm gonna ask Cause about that. I'm just gonna leave it in Discord now because it's gonna be a lot of typing involved. A good discussion point though. That's a very good good point. Yeah, because every time I play him, I'm not playing one of my own guys. So there's an opportunity cost there, even if he's really good and he's getting me results. Yeah, that's interesting. He's a 1-star player. He has very good control to start. I think wing forward should always be focused on control, and then they should spec in either accuracy or passing. But control is always the primary for these guys. Wing midfielders are a bit different. They can spec across the board. The way I tend to look at it is like this. You know, the yellow zone, you can spec in pretty much anything. You know, as you get closer to the front, obviously you want more accuracy and passing. As you get further away from the front, you want more defense and control. Because this is going to be the area where you're winning the ball and containing it while you set up the other half of the field. But like the wing players have such good mobility, it can go either way. But obviously the forwards want control for break-in. You know, that's their primary job. But then they can also cross the ball as well. They work as like good pseudo wing midfielders, so it can go either way, honestly. It's a tough call on it, to be completely honest. A really tough call. Okay, they want McNeil. I remember this. McNeil, he's 24 years old. How long have I had him? Had him for about 2 years now. I bought him for 54. That's not much of a win. I mean, who else do I have? The thing is, McNeil isn't old. He's young, and this guy's getting older. So I might actually try one more time. I also want to look at the transfer market and see if there's anyone else I'd want rather to get 100 plus. That's a good question. Atkins is pretty good. But Atkins is also... he's pretty good, though. 17 years old, too. That'd be a solid choice, if we're being honest. Muirhead. I knew a Muirhead. I wonder how John's doing. Anyway, Muirhead. It was spelled exactly like this, too. Huh. And next time I speak to his father, I might ask if they have Scottish descent. If, you know, if they have any Scottish ancestors. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I could also try to play the lottery here, which is basically buy a bad player to refresh this list. That might be an option too, and see if I get someone better. The transfer market is its own thing. It's there's a lot to this game. Like at every level, there's just so much. You would think it was made specifically for on-field action, but that's not true at all. The transfer market can get really detailed. I know there are some people who don't even care about the on-field action. They simulate everything, and then they just do the managerial stuff. I'm gonna risk it because he's still an important player. Like if they decline, it's not the end of the world at all. Let's get into the next game though. Let's see. It's early days, so it's not that crazy yet. We're gonna leave McRob in. We're gonna take out Masters. Masters isn't bad though. McClafferty's still there as well. Let me see what they're playing. Alright, they're stacking the box. I have my concerns about that. But it works. It can work. It doesn't always work, honestly. There's a really easy way to get past it. Actually, there are a number of ways to get past it, but let me see what they have. 1, 2, 3. They could be playing anything with this, I'm not sure. I just know they have an LD over here. I'm probably gonna put... Let's put you in here. Let's start it off with you. Why not? Not a bad idea. Earn your keep, boy. Let's see what you got. You're a young man, 19 years old. You'll be able to deal with it. So they get the ball first. Let's see. They do have 1 CM. I don't know where that CM's gonna be, though. I also don't know what stats these guys are running with. I could spend glory, but 8 glory right now is a lot. And then obviously as you go up in the rankings, it costs more and more glory to do this stuff. I might do McClafferty, but I'm not sure yet. I could also just play someone with solid control and just break through like that. Which is also an option. Yeah, I might do that. It might be a better call. Where's McClafferty? I might actually do him right now, actually. Let me see McAllister. Yeah. This is probably the better play, in all honesty. I don't really need Kelman there, but at the same time I want Kelman to get some experience. McAllister, and I'm not going to need you. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what we can do here. I'll play a couple of games, then I have to go to the store. Yeah, again, this feels like it should be automated in some way. Even if it's just showing this screen and then kind of showing like a breakdown of this with just the names, I could live with it. Or maybe just this screen. There has to be some way to optimize that choice or that action. Yeah, but they're playing a flat 5 with a T. Okay. Okay. Flying T. Got it. Well, they don't have the other fullback, so it's not really flying yet. Ooh, they also have him. Let's see what skills they have. Nothing crazy, it's still the 3rd league. None ridiculous, alright. Still early days. Oh, they're gonna go for the lob into the head play. That's a clever one. It's a good try. See if I can win this ball. I can. I'm gonna bring it all the way over there. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to hold it. The only thing about this strategy is that it uses up a lot of stamina. You can't do it very often. Ooh, come on. Okay, that's not a bad choice. Ooh, it's gonna be risky. If he gets aggressive, oh. Well, that's a normal tackle. I can live with that. Yeah, he's tired now is a problem. They're also DFs. That's a tough one. Maybe I can play it on the other wing. Is he a CM? He's a CM. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give him time to get into the box right now. That's why the hole is there. He just needs to get here. Yeah, but it's going to be tough with the fullback. Yeah, that's fine. Still have a chance. He's there now. Now, if we get fouled here, we have a chance to take that shot. No, it's not going to happen. It's a good try. Trying to manipulate the board a little bit. Because until this happens, I really can't get a good shot on goal. But the good thing is we get the ball back. He is very tired. So in all likelihood, he might actually come out right now. But at the same time, I might be able to do the same thing, really. May actually be even better if he's no longer here. Then I can actually, what's the word? I can actually go right by these guys. Might actually be able to cross it in for all the good that will do. I mean, I could also just take the easy route here and just do this. Also a choice, I guess. These guys might have a DM. Let's see. In which case, I might want to take him out. Maybe it's too early to take him out. Yeah, we're gonna shift. Let me see, DM. Trying to remember how this works. If I do this, the DM can't get the ball, if I remember correctly. But then their DM's not even very good, so it doesn't matter. I'm actually gonna switch it up here. Be aggressive. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Very aggressive-minded formation. Yeah, they're gonna make a change. Oh, they took out the fullback too. Oh, these guys, they're thinking. AI is really smart. You also see what they did here. They moved this guy out of the way, so I can't just pass through him. Smart guys, I understand. They don't have the fullback anymore though, so we're gonna do a high pressing attack, and then I can always shift this later on, move him back. It looks like a lot of forwards up here, but when they're trying to get it past all of these guys to play it back up, it's a little different. Ideally, I would have him as a CM or something. Yeah, but let's see. 11's no good. If this works out, they might foul me right here. Okay, you guys got lucky. Understood. Let's see. Do they have CDs? There's a CD over there. 31 versus 34. I mean, that's not a bad choice. I could try to get a penalty right here. Because in all honesty, trying to shoot's not gonna work out at all. He also has 56 defense. That's not gonna work either. And the AI is smart enough to press. You know, I don't think the keeper is just gonna immediately go and try to tackle you. Yeah, but the CD is an option. I could try to bait him. I think I'm just gonna hold it and force him to waste time here. Oh, he's just gonna go. That's risky, guy. Okay. That's a risk. Yeah, what are you guys gonna do now? Oh, they're gonna play it back. Oh no. Oh no, that's a bad play. It's a very bad choice. Still a bad choice. Just the fact that you're there. Let's see, we're gonna swap positions, and now we're gonna start pressing them. They're gonna have to pass it out. What? Okay, okay, that's... Well, they're under pressure, I get it. I understand. Trying to think, who are we gonna go with? I kind of want to force him to make another tackle again. It's not a shot, but it's just as good. If he's gonna tackle head on, try again, guy. Come on. Yeah, I'll take it. Every time he does that, it's a potential foul. And it's not a bad challenge either. Yeah, you see, they have to get the ball forward somehow. Yeah, they're just gonna play it. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get a foul here. Either that or they're just gonna do nothing. Oh, you gotta dive, man. Okay, there we go. Extra time. Now I can get a shot if I want it. I don't know. Don't know. If he wasn't here, man, that would be a good shot on goal, wouldn't it? But he's there. I might just pass it. Now we get a low quality shot on goal. Not a huge fan of this. Maybe I can get it past him and get a potential corner. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Yeah, so I know most people would look at this and wonder why you have so many guys up here. Hopefully that made it pretty obvious. Like every single guy up here just had a part to play in what happened in that half. The ball never got here for a shot. It got here like late, but they just lost it, so. High pressing line, it's risky, for obvious reasons. If someone has a long pass back here, or they have a fullback, if they have a fullback, it's going to be tough, but they don't. Fullback's on the bench. It was a good time to do that. Let's see what else we got. He's done his job. I wonder. He has good control. He has okay accuracy. Alright, so I'm gonna play Dick then. Dick's a good choice here. Oh, they're also making a change. Smart. Yeah, they're going even more defensive than they already were. It's also it's nice to see them making use of all the substitutions as well. Something about this game is that AI always uses the mechanics really well. Like, there are a lot of new mechanics coming through, but the AI just seems to use them without issue. I'm not sure how much of that is just the base design, or them actually putting more effort or more work into making sure it actually functions as you'd expect. There is one problem with this, though. They have DFs, you know? I know everybody loves CDs, but DFs are really the king of defense. Like, the auto tackle is nice, but if you have DFs, you don't even need CDs. I'm trying to do minimal defenders, so I kind of need the CDs here. And then I can kind of put the LVs and RDs here, but that's only because I'm moving my fullbacks up. Even if I didn't have if I had like one CD, I would just put them here. And then I put the DFs on the outside and then play the fullbacks here and here. But I'm trying to be more aggressive just to try something different. It's always nice to mix it up. Let's see. We might be able to get a shot on goal here. They have DF though. DFs are tough. Yeah, he's the obvious choice. I kind of wish Kelman was an AM right now. He has to be able to hold position. I'm gonna use Kelman, because in the worst case scenario, he might get experience. Yeah. They're also stacking the box, though, so it makes corner kicks a little more difficult. I have to get it past him. I can loft it. There's a chance that he'll get it, maybe. Or maybe it will drop here or something. We'll see. And he didn't even hold. Ah, he did that. That sucks. Alright, that's fine. It's a good try. Nice little game there. Did they even get a shot on goal? They didn't. It says one shot on goal, but we got like 3 different attempts on goal. Because I think he had to tackle me 3 times in the box. That was actually very risky. So it's more like 4 attempts, even if they're not shots, and they got no shots on goal. The game just took place in this half of the field. That's kind of what I'm aiming for with this campaign, rather. I'm trying to focus more on aggressive play, high pressing, less defensive, reactive play. It's really after kickoff. I just need a defense versus that. And then afterwards, I just never want them to take shots on goal ever again. And then basically I just get to dictate the match. Let's see if they're willing to buy him. If they give me more for him, I'll sell him. If they do like 150, I'll consider it. 150 is a lot though. I don't think they'll do it. Let's do one more game because it looks like it might rain. I want to get to the store before it gets too late. I used to do it a lot earlier, but times change. Dog sitting and, kids and stuff. You have to kind of time it accordingly. Kind of miss the days when I just get up at like 8 o'clock and just go. I can still do it occasionally, but it gets harder. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's a good asking price. I even just said it. I said if they give me about 150, I'll take it. That's a really good price. Like, that's almost triple his original price, and that's over triple his current value. That's a good one. He's really good though. He's very good. It's a second league team that's dropped down to the third league. Yeah, it's worth it. You have to know when to sell guys. That's worth it. And then they're all making me another offer. Here we go. I was just talking about this like 20 minutes ago. If you use a player well during a loan period, they'll offer the player again. So in that sense, it's you don't own the player, but you're getting him so often that he's more or less a part of your team, right? So they're saying in the previous 6 months, you allowed our footballer to showcase himself in real matches. We would like to continue this successful collaboration and leave him with you for another 6 months. That's an entire year. You know, this can happen again. You know, it can keep happening until he's so good that they don't want to send him back down. So there's still a bit of an opportunity cost there. But, you know, generally you want to be a good feeder team. You want to show that you're willing to put players out there, let them get experience, because other teams will take notice of it. They'll take note of it and they'll start sending you players as well. And then it's kind of like getting a free player from the youth academy in a way. Only they're more developed. They're gonna have like higher stats. They're probably gonna have some type of position, some type of class. They might have a skill. But it's kind of like that, and you're just paying an upfront glory cost. It's really easy to get this back because it says every time you play the match you get 2. You just have to put him into 5 matches, whether he plays for like 1 minute or the full match. Then you get that back, and then you get +4 every time he improves. So it's an easy way to improve your team without actually buying players outright. Now, with that being said, I just sold him for 144. I also want to keep my midfield focus going, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 101 on a 17-year-old, which is pretty good, honestly. 17-year-old midfielder is not bad. I can also take a look at the transfer market. Everybody else is older. I could also use that to upgrade the club, if, we're being serious. It's up to me, really. Based on the request, it makes more sense to use it to upgrade the club, for sure. But, that's a tough one. That is a tough one, isn't it? 17-year-old. He's 17 though. That's actually a great win. I could also look at the second league, honestly. How much time is left in the transfer market? There's a lot of time left. Alright, and nobody wants him. That's a key thing. At least I don't think anybody wants him. No, he's not in negotiations with anybody. So I can afford to do even this if I wanted to. 30. I'll go up to the second league, since we have the money for it now. Just to take a look, It doesn't hurt to look. Belgium. I said Germany last time. I remember this guy. He's from Belgium and he doesn't have any defense. Yeah. Poor guy. He would make a solid attacking midfielder, wouldn't he? What skill is he learning? That's not bad. For him, that's not bad. Also gotta remember that these guys are under contract. I'm gonna want to keep him for sure. And McClafferty might go. We'll see. He is age 25. We'll see. We'll think about it. I need to make up my mind soon, though, because his interest is going to drop. We're going to play against Alexandria FC. They're a more aggressive team. They also have someone from the Netherlands, so they're not getting the bonus. Everyone except Except goalkeepers get that total football bonus, which is fair. Goalkeepers would be getting like 80% to defense or something crazy like that. Let's see what else we got. They only have 4 at the back though, but they have 3 in the middle. They have 4 at the front. Let's see. They also have a fullback on the right-hand side. Well, you're right, on my right-hand side. Probably gonna give him a bit of a rest. They only have 3. I wonder though, what 3 do they have? Is there a gap, maybe? It might be a gap. Let's put him there. McRobb. I think McRobb's gonna take a little break today. Yeah, he'll take a break today. McClafferty, maybe, honestly. If they have 3 down the middle, then he's gonna be a really solid choice for sure. We'll see though. We'll see. Let's see. Let's do him. And the DM's just there for now. I don't really need him yet, but I might as well place him there now. They have CF, so I'm going to place him there. This is why I like this option. You know, in the base game, I could see exactly what they're playing, and in this game, you can do it too if you disable this option. Again, this is something I really wanted, so I'm not going to disable it ever. But yeah, generally what happens is I can see what they're playing, I can see exactly where everybody is, so I can place this guy here and I can fine tune it, and I can counter the strategy before the game even starts. Now I have to wait for the game to start, I have to wait for a dead ball situation. You know, there are some cases where you'll never get a dead ball situation. You know, what am I going to do? Am I going to give up possession just to make a substitution and change my formation? You know, maybe I play like someone like this guy and do some craziness. You know, you just have to kind of play with the knowledge that you don't know what's going to happen. And I like that. I like that a lot. There are a bunch of different ways to cheese it, but my thought is if you're going to set the option, then you're not really going to look to cheese it at all. You know, otherwise, what's the point? Yeah, he's a DF though. Okay, that's smart. Okay. I'm going to pass to him. Also, I'm going to look at what they're fielding first and foremost. Oh, they have nutmeg. It's down the middle though. I'm not that worried about it if it's down the middle. You know, he's going to have to contest both of those. He has slide tackle though. Ooh. I might have to play all the way to the back. Yeah. Okay, well, we can do that. They're so fast. 52 versus 50 with 44 is not bad. And he's going to come over here. He's out of position now, even if he wins it. That's actually fine. He's way out of position. And that's actually a bad play. Like, you never pass the ball into the box like that. Even if your control is solid. Because you can get unlucky. You can lose the ball and then boom, you're in trouble. Yeah, they got away with it though. What do you have? Let's see. I'm going to start moving guys into position. I kind of know what they're going to try to do. They might try to lob it, so I'm going to get behind him. I'm also setting up to win the ball over here. They're going to hold it, but they only have 10 passing though. They might play it back. If I move him forward, they're going to lob it for sure. I'm going to move him forward. Force him to lob it. Oh, they're going to try to pass through? It got through? 25. Well, Scottish bonus, you know. It wasn't 25 at the time. Let me see who's going to take the ball. There's a lot of guys over here. Best to play it over there, because one of them can get it. 45. 45 is solid. 45 versus 24. He's probably going to win that, yep. Yeah, they can make use of that bonus too. They're also from Scotland. It's yeah. It's always fun to see how the AI makes use of it. Like they'll absolutely use it against you. That's the beauty of it, you know. Against any other country, that would have been impossible. What that defender just did, but because he got the boost, he's suddenly able to get through that situation. That's always fun to see. Now let's see. They have a lot of guys over here. It's a tough one. I can play him there. He still has slide tackle on that side. They're not going to take him out yet. Trying to think here. I don't need to make a sub yet. It's coming though. It is coming. I think I'm going to do it now, actually. Nah, that's a bad play. Not yet. I'm preempting it. I still have potential to do something crazy right here. Huh. I'm tempted to do it just so I get that maybe I'll put Dick down here. Just so I have him playing up there for when they try to win the ball later. It's gonna happen for sure. Even if he has cannon shot, I don't see myself making use of it. Are they gonna try to go through? Or are they gonna shoot? No, they're just gonna do that. It's a good choice. Solid choice. Good. That's a good choice. That's good. Now let's see what we got here. We could go for something. He doesn't have head play, so maybe I can attempt that. Yeah, we could do that. Try the head play maneuver. What am I gonna take out though? We'll leave you. We'll make the swap now. Alright, let's try it. I'm actually gonna move him forward so we're playing more aggressively. I think he's better off. He's better off right here. And I'll probably move him up. The idea is to either get an initial score or keep the ball down there so we can get another chance. I could also shoot, of course, but actually, I feel like the shot's the better choice. And the ball is still down there, isn't it? Yeah, it is the better choice. Because he has to beat him. Huh. It's just a single DF because they have a CD. I can try. Yeah, just get into the box. Yeah, what are you gonna do though? I'm gonna go for it again. Yeah, I'm gonna force him to make a choice here. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna pass it? Okay, you're gonna pass it into the box. That's what I want though. I want them to play it into the box, absolutely. Oh, and guess who has slide tackle? Okay. He's a DF though. Oh, DF. That's a solid one, isn't it? Man, I swear DFs are so useful. He's a DF. He's not an AM yet. I can lob it, but I don't know. I can also do that, but that's 15, and then he's gonna get in the way. Ah, it's DFs. I swear. I might have to take a chance. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, boo. I was hoping it would hit the goalkeeper at worst. Yeah, that one DF, such a huge difference he made. That led to me taking that risk. Hate to see it. A tough one. Let's see what else we got. He's alright. I should really take him out now. It's kind of tough. I don't want to overload the side, though. At the same time, I don't want them to lob the ball forward. But at the same time, I'd like to win the ball, so... I don't know. Kind of feels like... something like this. Overload the front. Are they making a change? I mean, still. Trying to figure out who's going to get the ball. Maybe him? And then he might potentially be able to cross it in. Yeah, they're going to lob. That's smart. Because I move my guys forward. I don't blame you. Oh, they're being greedy, though. Well, it almost paid off. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea. Respect. Good try, guys. Let's get some specialization points. Smart. AI is pretty smart. Lob it. I don't have anybody to contest there. Yeah, they got some shots. They got one goal off of that shot. Let's see what else we have. Let's see. Oh, nice. Probably a DF, honestly. He's that other DF I've been needing. And he has solid passing. If I can hold the ball once, he'll have like 50 passing. So as like a defensive midfielder, that wouldn't be bad. Or even somebody pressing high up in the midfield, that could be okay. Not a bad choice, honestly. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, I gotta remember to ask Cos that question. Let's do one more, and then I'm gonna go to the store. The weather. And I kind of wish it would just make up its mind. One day it's cold, the other day it's spring, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I have to go anyway. I mean, I don't have to, but I also don't want to be lazy about it. Adulting, I swear. As they call it. Some of these players are okay. Yeah, the glory cost is outrageous, though. Yeah, this is out of my league. I just wanted to see what it looked like, honestly. Like, if I could get this guy, he would fulfill the criteria, but my goodness. I might be able to do it eventually. You know what I can do, though? I can add him to my watch list. Who else is on my watch list? I haven't checked that. Huh. Hansen would also be a guy. Huh. Hansen. He's a defensive player, though. Hansen could be a guy, though. For sure. This guy, I don't know why he's still on my list. Oh, because he's German. That's why. Of course, that's why he's on my list. You know, me and the German players, of course, the Germans. This man gets what? He gets, is that 47 control from 12, which is solid in the midfield. Like, it's not amazing, but it's not gonna beat defenders. But unless the midfielders have what do you call it? Slide tackle, is gonna absolutely dominate the midfield, especially at this level. 22 glory. That's expensive. That's too expensive. Nah, I'm gonna have to stick with this guy. Atkins. Yeah, we're gonna do Atkins. But it was good to check, though. It never hurts to check. It just cost me like what, 15,000. Atkins is the guy. And then let's see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sell him now. Which teams are these? Kate FC, Amateur League. Usually you want to sell to one league below your own. You don't want to sell these guys to your competitors. That kind of defeats the purpose. I'm gonna go ahead and sell to them because they'll give me glory. That way I don't have to renew his contract. I need one more to replace O'Hare. She probably should have been that guy. No, O'Hare will be okay. TDs are relatively easy to replace. You know, they're not amazing players. Layoff path, huh? I mean, it depends on what I want. He's young though. Cannon shot. I mean, everybody loves cannon shot, but I don't know. I have at least one guy who's gonna learn cannon shot. He's gonna be an AM. That'd give me a flanking cannon shot, I guess. And he already has enough passing. He doesn't need any more. Honestly, he needs control now. If I'm gonna go the winger route, he really doesn't need passing anymore. Because I have a fairly young CM somewhere. Where is he? Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, so he doesn't need passing. It depends on what he's gonna do, though. What to give him? If he has decent control, cannon shot suddenly becomes really strong on the wing. The layoff pass is also really solid. If I wanted to move somebody into the box for like one action. And then I'm also playing a centric style of play, really. So it really depends. But I feel like at that point I would just have forwards, so it makes sense to do cannon shot. That's a better call. I have a bunch of other young guys who don't have a class. I need to get them spec'd up now. Kinley, nice. Okay. Yeah, I need to get them spec'd up. This is where lone players become an issue, because it's so hard to find room for them, space for them, you know? I have to put one of my guys on the chopping block, at least for a game. And maybe that could be okay. I'm surprised Kelman's not a, what do you call it? He's not an AM yet. I'm surprised. And he's gonna be an AM just so he can make use of the passing bonus, which is pretty smart. I don't know about you. How much did I spend on you? Not a whole lot. I think I got him for free, actually. So let's start training some players up. He's still injured. That's okay. You know, it's not ideal, but it's okay. Probably gonna rest him for a game so I can get Atkins going. And then I think they start with the ball. What are they fielding is the question. They have 2-star players. I can tell because I have a scout that allows me to see one. If I go and check that scout, let's see. Here it is. Where is it? It should show me. Wait, is the duration over? I guess it is. Well, I can do that, I guess. Just to see the 1-star players. Right, okay, 1 month. I need to invest in my scout center. I don't have any scouts, really. I don't have enough glory for scouts anyway. Speed up treatment. I mean, it's free. I'll take it, sure. I don't think I have any coaching abilities yet. Pretty sure I don't. Yeah, what are they fueling? Let's make this the last game, because I have to go to the store. I might pick this up later. I'm gonna be testing this for the weekend. I tend to keep my football tactics and glory test on the weekend now. That way I can consolidate all the feedback and stuff. It keeps it cleaner. You know, it can be hard to try to do everything during the week, honestly. Marketing is dead. Oh, what's going on with Superstar Larry in the studios? Oh, he's just talking about in general. I mean, it's the publishing director. Man, publishers are, you know. Can you imagine? Larian publishing director says marketing's dead. I would say bullshit if it wasn't Larian, honestly. I see what he means. Internet articles, they always do the clickbait stuff. He means traditional channels like TV, magazine ads and posters and stuff like that. You know, the marketing you'd use for stuff like television shows and music, I guess. That is dead. You know, people just check the internet and read articles and stuff. Follow influencers and YouTubers and all that stuff for the news marketing. That, in that sense, is dead. You know, they got me. They got me to click. Let's see. This is okay. I have this guy playing. There's a cost to that though. What are they fielding though? They have fullbacks. Oh, they have 6. Flying. They're gonna have somebody in the box for sure. They have a DM. Who cares? What else do they have? DMs are overrated. They're good. Don't get me wrong, but they're not the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're meta in the sense that people can't think outside the box. Like, nobody's doing this to increase the strength of the DM. Like, it's not the greatest DM. A lot of the time, here's the thing. When people are talking meta tactics, they're talking like endgame tactics. You know, you spent like maybe 4 or 5 seasons building up this one guy to get a specific skill. None of the meta tactics are focused on what you have today. So, you know, I don't have the greatest DM, but how do I make him useful? You know what I mean? It's always get these skills after like 5 or 6 seasons of losing and not doing well and not progressing. It's like, what's the point then? Yeah, nobody's really trying out of the box things because the game has a lot of that stuff. Like, who's thinking about DMs, who's thinking about a formation like this? That's making it harder for a superior midfielder to get through. You know, stuff like that. Most people aren't. Anyway, Creo team is aware. Ultimately, you know, you have to pick and choose your battles. For me, when I talk about stuff like that, I'm going straight to the developers with it. The developers understand because it's their fucking game. They get it. You know, so as long as they're keeping that in mind, I don't really care about whether anyone else gets it. But yeah, let's keep it positive here. Again, I don't know what they're fielding, so I know that they have this on the right-hand side. But I didn't expect this, honestly. I knew they would have somebody on the last line because it's necessary. If you're going to field that, you have to have somebody on the last line. But I thought their fullbacks would have been further up. Well, I mean, that works. That's playing very defensively, though. But they do have the superior offense. So I kind of understand that, sure. They're also playing on the right-hand side, so I can't actually make use of him. You know, if I could see their formation beforehand, I would have just done this. But, you know, that works out. So now they might get it through, whereas before they would have had about an even chance of doing it. Yeah, so, you know, that happens. And they're just going to go through because the control's really good. It's a good save, though. Yeah, it is a more exposed defense, but that's by design. The idea is you do enough on kickoff to prevent a goal, and then you kind of just keep the ball in this side of the field for the rest of the half. And that's where all the chances come about. Yeah, their control is really good, though. I mean, I have McRob. He's there. That's the nice thing about DF. They can play anywhere. And I'm going to see if I can bait them into passing it to the center. I could play the CM. I mean, sure. They might pass it to the center now. No? They don't trust it? Okay. Okay, they got it through. Respect. Respect for playing to your strengths. I respect it. Okay. Let's see what we're going to do here, though. They do have the DM. Still don't care. He's like, he's there. Big whoop. There are ways past him, pretty easy ways past him. 41. Thinking about this. I can just do this, honestly. So the DM is no longer an issue. This guy is going to be an issue, though, for sure. So I need to do this. Yeah, that's the way to play it. Absolutely. That way I can at least cover a nutmeg, you know? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we've got. Also, give me a second. I don't know if anybody came home yet. It sounds like it. No, it's just me. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see. He doesn't really have a lot of control, though, so I don't know if this is gonna work. It might. Yeah, that worked. Running the flank. Really good. What do I do here, though? He's, yeah. 40. He is a CD? I mean, I could shoot it. I mean, if I shoot it, it's not gonna go through. Trying to figure out what they might do. What's that, 44 versus 18? But then I'm out of there. It's a problem. So I probably want to just do that. I want to keep position. I don't want to leave the flank. That would have been a solid chance to get a penalty, but, you know, also the flank. So they're gonna hold the ball. Curse you for using the exact same mechanic that I have. How dare you? Can you imagine these guys using the stuff that exists? He's just gonna do this, isn't he? He's gonna try to pass it through. Might be able to win it. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Had to press twice. Just to stop that fast attack. Not bad. DM, though. Do they have a CD? They do, with 59 versus 8. Ooh, 31 versus 9, though. That's pretty trash. Yeah. Yeah, 32 is okay, but they're just gonna attack with him. If he wasn't there, I could have kept that. They're gonna lob it. That's a choice. Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, it might pay off. He does have 20 defense. Who has control over here? Nobody. Yeah, that's the tough part. Okay, I got it, but who's gonna win the ball? Him? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Good save. That's a long shot. Alright, they are tired. That's a good thing. Now that I know they're playing like this, though, it kind of opens the door. But they can also change it. They're funny like that. They might absolutely change what they're doing. You know, they're jokers. They'll do that. Do I take you out for now? Maybe. Might not be a bad call. But they might just move him to the right, and then that kind of destroys that. Let's see what they do. But they're gonna make a sub. Okay, and they're gonna change the formation. The right. Okay. Okay, guys, I see you. Going outside now, huh? That's a tough one. The DM. The DM doesn't have to move. I can move him. And then he's going down the center, that's fine. But now there's that. I can also do this. DMs can actually play here as well. Just make a bit of a change here. He has 57. I might also do this, if we're being completely honest. Let's see. McAllister. I'd love to get him up there, if I can. But let's do... Was he in the game? He was. Was it? Was he? I'm confused. Well, he's in the game now, whatever. Atkins. Let's keep Atkins there. My only problem is if he's just gonna run down the flank, and I'm not gonna be able to stop him. If he gets the ball. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, again, the DM doesn't matter. It's really easy to get past DMs. The AI will absolutely do the same thing to you, but it's easier when you're doing it. I mean, we're gonna go into the box, of course. That's always the best choice. See if we can get a foul here. Yep. Tried and true CD exploitation. Love it. Alright. I mean, there's some obvious choices here. They're more likely to go up, down, or to the lower right for obvious reasons. Who's taking the shot? Kelman? Accuracy matters, so Kelman's taking the shot. He's fine. Let's see, Kelman, what do you got? Yes, Kelman, well done. Good lad. Let's see. And I'm going to make a bit of a change here, just so I have some type of defense, because right now I don't have any, really. Just to kind of switch it up a little bit. Universal class. It might make sense to play him there. Although it doesn't really. Should really keep him maybe here. And then maybe Kelman there, just so I can actually deliver it, you know? Because right now I don't really have a delivery system outside of him. So maybe here, just to mix it up. Maybe I can get him beyond behind the line. Oh, let's see. Oh, we gotta survive this. Ugh, he's motivated. Motivated though. Ugh, yuck. I don't know if I can get the ball. Their defense is outrageous too. Yeah, I can get that. Oh no! Well, good job, guy. I'm the coach on the sideline, like, well done, but yeah, but bad job. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, because he was a threat. Man, he was a threat. Ugh, jeez. Good job. But also, bad sportsmanship. Take the yellow card. He did it for the team. Let's see what we got. Ugh, that's a tough one. I mean, who are they gonna use? Doyle, maybe? McRotwell. Well, that is a tough one though. Probably want McRob here. You don't want to give them anything in the box for sure. It's a tough one. It's just a tough call. I don't know. I honestly don't know. If we're being real, it's still a good chance for them because they have the set piece. They're just gonna take the shot. Oh, good save. That's a crucial save. That's a huge save. Now they have fullbacks though, but I don't think the fullbacks. Oh yeah, they can. How far can they get? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I don't move, yeah, but Atkins though, they'd have to move twice. So it's gonna take them 3 turns. Oh, they have the DM, right? The DM, right. Keep forgetting about him. Yeah, but good luck. Oh, we're playing in the corner. He's kind of isolated though. He'd have to lob it maybe here or here. Oh, okay. Being fancy. for all the good that does. Sure. Let's see what we got. And if I had a, what do you call it? A winger, I could probably make something happen. It's alright. That's an okay draw. 6 shots. Well, maybe 3 of those were good shots. Like, 'cause a while ago, the DM shot the ball. 2 shots and a penalty, right? Don't think the penalty counted the shot. That's a lot of interceptions and tackles, though. Jeez, it's a lot on both sides. Huh. Not bad. Solid game. What else we got? Ah, finally, Kelman. It's about time. We're waiting for this. Yeah, 38. Just proc into accuracy now. That's it. Maybe even do like maybe 15 passing or something, or 20 passing if I can get up there. I doubt it, but just do a focus on accuracy because I like to do the direct free kicks a lot. So he's gonna benefit from that significantly. If I can get like a direct free kick outside of the box once per game, if his accuracy gets up to like maybe 40, 45, that's almost a guaranteed goal. As long as I get through the wall, really. Because he's going to be shooting at what? Plus 90%, I think? Because it's going to be minus 10. Which is high enough to make precision shot really deadly at that point. At least at this level. It's always relative. Like, obviously the Premier League has some big numbers, but you have to take it in terms of the relative stats and the opponents and stuff. Okay, they're outside of there. I'm trying to get more wins this season, though. Oh, that's not even what management cares about. They care about improving the club, upgrading infrastructure. I can do that, I guess. I don't think I'm spending any more money, so I'm going to go ahead and do maybe the youth academy later. Youth academy is always solid. But yeah, I gotta go to the store. It is getting late, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Maybe I'll come back and play later. We'll see. I'm also playing a lot of Civ 6 this weekend, getting back into that game. It's not something you want to see me stream. It's complicated. And then I play a heavily modified version of it, so it's not going to be useful for learning either. But I enjoy the game, so I'm going to be playing that as well.